Yes.
We know.
Right.
We know. Weenobee Radio. We know. Weenobee Radio.
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
How's it going?
How's everything?
Congratulations, America.
Yep.
We have elected a new president of the United States.
He is on his way to the White House as we speak.
Woo! We're talking about President-elect Joe Biden.
Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I've been working on it all night.
I think the game of today is going to be if we can pronounce it correctly. Not because we can't, but I think because we've had quite a bit of wine.
If we can actually speak English at this moment right now.
That's the goal of today.
this is true.
But yeah, congratulations, America. We got a new president, and I think half of America's excited.
Almost to the, exactly down to the middle, right?
Yeah, it wasn't as divided as I'd hope. I hope that there'd be less but less
A wider margin, right?
a wider margin,
Yeah.
because I don't necessarily feel like that Trump was campaigning with a lot of like love and equality. He's not my ideal candidate.
You know, the numbers did seem close, you know, and I was just kind of not really surprised, but I was just like, damn, like it is a close race.
Yeah.
It was a really
It
close race.
really, it had us at the edge of our seat for, what day is today? Saturday? This was
Yeah.
on Tuesday.
It took a while. Normally we get
Wow.
the answer pretty quickly,
The
but it took
same
a while.
night. Yeah.
Rudy and I, when we were out on our little adventure to go pick up some more wine, we actually had a small discussion, and I told him that this presidential race was very reminiscent of like Star Wars. Like it was like
Star
the
Wars.
evil
Sort of
galactic
thing, yeah.
empire versus like the good rebel alliance.
Yeah.
Like,
How
right?
it kind of overshadowed everything that was
Yeah.
actually
I'm sure there's a
going on around
meme.
it.
There's a
Yeah,
meme already.
like-
I'm sure there's definitely a meme.
Like it's crazy that so many people backed him up.
Yep.
But yeah, Biden is here to cast a new shadow on America. We'll see what time shows us. But his first speech, he said a lot of promising things. He acknowledged a lot of minority races. He acknowledged the majority, if not all, like genders and sexuality. Like I'm not a religious person. He did touch on religion, but he also touched on science. Like he was very hopeful about leading certain things with science, and so I can definitely back somebody who acknowledges that as a powerful tool. He acknowledged climate change. He acknowledged
The
COVID, and
relief type
a
of thing.
new plan to help battle COVID.
Yes.
So yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of promising things coming from him.
Yes.
most definitely. I think that one of the biggest things that I noticed was he was trying to unite America, right? He was like, I'm everybody's president.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Democrat, but I will represent everybody. I will fight for you and your family, which is like, good. Can you I've been saying, bridge the gap. Like, let's talk about where we have a common ground as opposed to where we differ, because that's obviously not getting us anywhere fast.
Yeah, he was very much so trying to encourage people to stop the opposition on each other, and trying to tell people to kind of like, hey, like we've been divided for so long. Like, how about we start embracing each other and working together? Which it's about time. And
in his words, he said, let's give each other a chance. Let's lower the temperature, which I think was great. It's great. Let's think about that for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, because everybody was watching, not only the U.S., the entire world, people who deal with us.
yeah, your opening
neighbors.
speech, it's
Yeah.
like the first impression. It
Yeah.
sets the tone. So hopefully
Yeah.
his actions will follow suit.
And a person like
Yeah.
that only gets one impression,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah, the first impression is the most important.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I know I've ruined a few of those before, but first dates.
The whole first impression speech, it was just very refreshing, honestly, to me, and me not being like the type of person who's like, oh, let's all get along type of mentality.
Hey, yeah. What do you think? Like, since
As somebody who
who
doesn't
didn't
vote.
vote, who had no participation.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
this
You know,
election.
it's only because I see this world becoming more of a corporation and more of a business than it is a world for just
We've always been a capitalistic
humans.
country, though.
Yeah, and I for one don't agree with it. And I'm not saying that, I mean, I know we need money
Spoken
to
like
live.
a true commie.
I
No,
know,
just
right?
I'm
I know,
kidding.
right?
I'm kidding.
Damn, pink. Was it pinko? Yeah, and it's just I don't really want to contribute to that type of world. I don't agree with it, and that's
But you
just
still
where I
need to.
stand.
You need to make a stand.
Well, we need.
Your vote matters.
I don't necessarily believe that entirely as well, and that's only because it's always like that whole everybody's voice counts, and they're always like, just vote, but it's never like you have the opposition telling you who to vote for, but you got so many other people just pushing you to vote, and it's like, man, like I don't know, just if they're gonna vote, they're gonna vote.
This election, adding to what you just said,
Yeah.
does it really matter? It was so close. Although, like you said, Biden had 75 million and Trump almost 71. It was so close. So if all those people that didn't vote, it would have been easier for us to have elected our president
I
a
think
few days back. Yeah.
I think a lot of people out there saw how important this election was because previously people didn't care to vote as much, and so they just figured like we'll see how the cards played, and the cards didn't play out in our favor. Like we got a president who was validating a lot of hate, a lot of racism, a lot of misogyny, a lot of
Division.
division,
in general, yeah.
and it didn't work out. And I think the majority of the population in the state said, holy shit, like this time, like I need to vote because it matters. Like last year I said, like last election, they probably thought it didn't, and they probably like, I don't know, like
I'd like to think, I'd like to think
try
that,
to right the wrong of last election, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
yeah, I'd like to think that at some point they were hopeful, maybe somebody to bring in some new, fresh ideas. I could see that. But in the end, like right now, what we need is somebody with experience that knows what the fuck they're talking about, knows how to mobilize people. Because I'll be honest, Trump seemed lost all the time. Like in his speech, in his plans, in his...
He wasn't qualified. He didn't know what he was saying. He
Yeah.
you can fact check him, and like the majority of the time he was just talking out of his ass, saying lies. But he was just a puppet for the Republicans.
Or
like they didn't,
antagonizing something like that.
He got people to kind of rally behind him, and there are people that weren't the greatest of people in order in the sense of acceptance, I guess, and of acceptance of their fellow Americans that can be different, like they were much more on like the status quo of the nationalism behind us, I guess. Like we need somebody progressive, somebody moving with the time, somebody that's going to be that acknowledges that we're a country full of immigrants, that we're a country full of like different sexualities, different genders, like that diversity. Like we just have so much diversity. Like we don't have as many like white bread Americans. Like that's, even though we do, but like that's not the status quo. Like those aren't the only people that we should be looking out for. We need to look out for everybody.
Yeah, and that's what was so refreshing about the speech earlier was he said, I think it was like to treat our enemies as friends, and it's just like I said, I'm not that type of person to be like, let's all get along, but that was refreshing. I could see how people who are looking for that type of thing really like it. It really just kind of like put
drawn to it.
and just made them feel comfortable. So it's like
that's
great.
what we need right now. That's what we're looking for, as opposed to division.
Personally, I was looking forward to another war, but
we were on the way there, buddy. We were on the way there.
A couple
World
warrants that
War.
could be really like overlooked by another war, guys. So.
like
I think
World
Biden's
War,
gonna say about the things that guy said.
scratch that.
I guess I'll have to just deal with it. Fuck it.
Well, let's be hopeful because Republicans are not happy at this moment, and I understand why. We've lost elections too.
You know what?
Yeah.
You know what I have to say to that?
What?
Biden.
Peace.
So congratulations, America. I'm kind of happy that I am brought back to the potential to possibly be proud to be an American again.
She's coming full circle, guys. She really is. You know, at some point we thought she wanted to be a Canadian.
No,
yeah,
no,
yeah,
no.
yeah.
That was a misinterpretation
That
that
was
you said. Not that
hilarious.
there's anything wrong with being Canadian. Canadians are great. They got it down much quicker than we got it. But
It was just so funny because Blanca totally jumped the gun on that one. It was like, how proud I am to be a Canadian. You're like, no, like an American. I'm proud to be an American.
I want to say I can be proud to be
There
an
you
American.
go. See, I'm even
This
misquoting
is
you.
pre-election.
Even Rudy, who doesn't vote, who doesn't participate in our election, is proud, is happy. I'm glad.
I didn't-
I'm happy
I
for
don't
you all.
know.
I really am. I'm happy for the people
I don't
who
know
are
that
happy.
he is. He said that he's not very much into capitalism. Which
I'm just not into money. I don't like money. If I had a pile of it, I would burn it. So, hey.
no, you wouldn't. You'd buy as much weed as you could.
right.
But it'd still be
would
burning.
have it.
I'd still be burning that weed, wouldn't I?
That's true.
Technically, it would be burning.
Technically, it'd be burning it.
And they're talking about our podcast number 1. You can find it on YouTube. And as a matter of fact, guys, I have news for you.
Fact check.
We have a fact check. One of our listeners has
yeah.
called.
I think our only listener, to be honest.
So fact checked. Here we go. Let's
Okay.
see what our fans have to say.
All right, this is the one. I feel it. This is the one. Third time's a charm. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Tonight's Weenobee. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Tonight's Weenobee Radio Fact Check is brought to you by me, Arthur Manuel Viso, aka Artiz. You can find me at WeLag78 on Instagram. Tonight the crew wondered about where Major League Baseball got its championship game named the World Series. And for many years it was believed that the name came from the fact that the original series was sponsored by the New York World Telegram newspaper, thus becoming known as the World Series. However popular as the explanation may be, it is not actually true, and although the newspaper did report the results of the game, it had nothing to do with the naming of the competition. The real reason behind the name is thanks to Barney Dreyfuss, who was the owner of the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1903. He wrote to the owner of the Boston Red Sox challenging them to the World Championship Series. The Pirates were the best team in the National League, and the Red Sox were the best team in the American League. The game went ahead, and Boston won the series 5-3. Over time, the World Championship Series name has been shortened to the World Series and has been played every year apart from 1904 and 1994. And there you go. Fact check of the day. Everyone have a great day. I fucking did it. Ha ha!
All right, some shit like that.
We have to question the validity of our,
Or
our
fans.
resource.
First of all, it sounds like he's in a vehicle.
Are
Is
we
he driving?
recording? Are we recording? We should just start.
Is he
recording.
driving?
Yeah.
Is he,
Are you
is he-
recording?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is he
yeah.
intoxicated in this vehicle while he's recording this sound?
It was just funny because it just seemed like it almost seemed like there was. Like you said, we have to question the validity of this guy.
Remember, he's our
he was
only
like,
listener.
so it
right?
was basically this, some shit like that. All right, back to you.
No, back to you in the studio. Rudy.
That's the shit we need.
Okay,
You know,
so
Arthur-
that proves it right there.
There,
That's
yeah.
it right there.
Yeah, so
Thank
so
you,
nobody's
Arthur.
wrong, right?
Yeah. Thanks, Art. Thanks for the
Thanks
update
for listening.
and letting us know what's real. The fact check.
Fact check.
Thank you for giving us that one view.
Honestly, it was information that we needed to know. We needed to make sure
Right?
that we were right about that shit. I think he's gonna come in handy in future episodes.
We'll check
I
him
would
out.
like to say.
We'll check back with him. See
Yeah.
what's up with Arthur. At what is it? We lag 78, and then his handle too. We lag.
We lag.
I'm not
78.
sure if you're a credible source, buddy, but
Definitely,
Thank you.
I imagine
We
some
love
type of
you.
lagging going on in that. Thank you again.
so yeah. Tell me, guys. Can I ask you a question? I'm asking for a friend.
Ask away for the friend.
Would you send a girl you're
friend and
talking
not you
to-
at all, right?
Not me. Not me. This is totally not me.
Okay, this is totally not Blanca.
Pretend it's
So-
somebody else. Right?
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna call this friend not Blanca.
This is
So tell me about not Blanca.
We don't want to make it obvious
No.
to the audience.
Would you send somebody a copy of our podcast? Somebody you just started talking to.
I mean, it could be a little pretentious, a little odd, but I mean, you got nothing to lose, buddy.
You know,
I
it's
see
kind
some
of
of the stupidest shit that's on my mind
I
on
think-
this mic.
I
here.
think showing that to somebody and if they're like totally down with it, could
I
be a
think-
possible keeper.
I mean, if she can get past it and listen to it and be like, "All right, I'm down with this person," I'm like, "You're showing a vulnerable side to you when you're recording."
right?
Very true.
Right.
Very true.
I think we all do at some point. It really does expose you, and
It exposes who you are, your
Yeah.
ideals, like.
right. I feel vulnerable on this thing.
And if
I-
she decides to like meet up with you, that's her mistake.
Isn't it the point to like doing shit like that?
I'll let
is
my
to
friend know
put
you
your
said that.
vulnerability like.
I
out
mean,
there.
if she decides to meet with not Blanca, then that's her mistake.
yeah.
I'll let my friend
Whoever
know
your
you
friend
said that.
is, yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll let them know.
Let not
I'll
Blanca
relay the
know
message, yeah.
that this is for you, not
Not
Blanca.
me, right? Like you said, not
Yeah.
Blanca.
This info's not for not Blanca. Yeah, no, it's funny because you mentioned that because I was actually thinking about those fucking apps as well, and there's so many now. There's so many platforms for dating, and I'm thinking like Jesus Christ. There's Tinder, there's Grindr, there's plenty of fish. There's what was it, Christian Mingle?
Christian Mingle.
Christian
Melissa.
Mingle.
Fucking Mingle.
If you want to meet fellow Trump supporters, Christian Mingle is the place.
Right there, man. That's a spot.
There's Farmers Direct.
Farmers. That's right.
No.
When you want to meet yourself a good old country boy.
No,
Right, that's
really?
right.
Well,
That is
that
true.
makes sense. I've heard some Latino ones and stuff. I'm like, really? For real? It's
What
like-
is
Wait,
it, like
which ones are
Chuntis
for
RS or
Latino?
what?
I can't remember. I just got into this whole thing, you know. So I have no
So there's
opinion.
a particular platform for Latinos.
I guess
There's a particular
yeah.
platform for Christians.
But it just seems like there's like a whole bunch of dating apps right now.
I mean, I know Grindr's for gay or lesbian. I think.
It's mainly gay men.
Is it?
Yeah. How did your try on it go?
It went
What's your
very
experience
poor.
like?
Very poor.
Very
Yeah.
poor.
I put a
Your
picture
heart-
of me out there, and it was.
I mean,
I
you were
think-
just eating a popsicle.
I think it was
got
rejected
the
by
wrong
the actual
idea.
platform itself. They were just like, you can't put this on there. I was just like,
It's
I'm
just
just
a
eating a
popsicle.
popsicle. It's just a bomb pop. What the hell? So,
It's just a flesh-colored bomb.
so it's got a bulb at the end of the tip. I mean, what? I don't know.
man.
I didn't make this ice cream. Blame me.
It came out of the box like that.
I saw a meme recently, or this video of this girl that was talking about how her mom was cleaning her room and found this object, this toy, this dog toy, this pet that looked like a dildo thing. But it
What
kind
the
of looked
fuck?
it looked weird. It did.
What did your mom say?
No, well, in this video, not Blanca, of course, right? Not Blanca. For a friend. I'm asking for a friend. Man. Never mind.
No. This is for not Blanca. This is for your friend.
Yeah.
Not Blanca.
Yeah, not
Got
Blanca.
it.
right?
Got it. Okay,
For
noted.
real.
So yes. So what? Keep going.
Oh,
please.
so she's saying that her mom cleaned her room. She's like, I cleaned your room, but I'm not gonna clean that thing. And so she's like, what? This thing? And she starts and she squeezes it, and it's like a squeaky toy for dogs. It squeaks.
Oh my god.
Her mom like totally went the opposite way and thought it was like a dildo or something. Just a dog toy.
I was like, that
Get
wouldn't
your
be
mind out
funny
the
if
good.
like
Get
if
your
like
mind out the good.
if
Well,
like a
she should
dildo
have
squeaked.
full autonomy and say she doesn't want to clean what she doesn't want to clean. Good for her.
She
I ain't-
stood her ground.
I ain't cleaning this dildo.
I'm not scared. I'm
You're
not
not
scared.
scared.
No.
I'm not scared.
You're
I'll
gonna
do
be
it.
a little scared, but
Really?
you know what?
Oh,
Let's enjoy
can't think about it.
let's enjoy the good times. We're on a good buzz.
That's
we
for
got
sure, man.
the wines are flowing. Biden's a
Yeah.
going.
Biden. Oh man.
And everybody's saying Biden to Trump.
Biden.
What?
The times are good. Come on.
Oh my god.
It's such a crazy fucking time for that thing. It's amazing. It's just to see everybody just so like just wrapped up in joy, you know. And
You
it
know,
was like, oh my god.
2020.
Right? We should-
2020,
we should
guys.
start-
Don't wait till he's
Right?
confirmed that
We-
he's in the seat because
I feel like-
2020 has been a bitch.
I feel like we should start a
Sure.
GoFundMe in order to try to get Trump out of the White House as quick as we can. We should start a GoFundMe to get some U-Hauls there, like waiting and
I saw
and
a meme.
get a moving
I saw a
company,
meme.
right?
Yeah. He's like the movie company. Make sure you get paid before you do the job.
Right?
Would that actually work?
I will. I mean, I bet the good portion of America would help fund that. If we can get him out there sooner, we will fund a fucking moving company to get him out.
Oh,
Would that actually work? To be honest, I mean, a GoFundMe to get him out of there, and then I mean, why didn't we do that from the
GoFundMe.
get go? You know, like
for a Kardashian to become the first female trillionaire, right? There's stupid reasons to do GoFundMe, like the legit reasons.
I didn't know that, but that just kind of makes me sad. But
Yeah.
I mean, I will put
She's on the
I will
forward
give
list,
my
yeah.
hard-earned money to get him out of there sooner. You know what makes me sad, actually? Since we brought the topic of money up, what makes me sad is that for the rest, I believe the rest of Trump's life, he will get an annual salary for being a United States president. He will get an annual salary of about $220,000. That's $220,000 from the taxpayers' money. That motherfucker don't need our money.
Hence the reason I hate.
I mean,
money.
yeah, he's going bankrupt, but like,
Well, he owes $400 million, right?
yeah, but I don't want to give him
That's
any.
a lot of money. He's
I don't
gonna
want
be
to give him
America
any
needs
more
a
of my
pocket
money.
change.
So they made that law quite a bit ago, maybe during Truman's era. I can't remember, because I think after that person, whatever person's presidency, they're having financial trouble. But welcome to the rest of America. Like when you like lose your job, like you get right. Isn't that the point of saving money? The point of potential of like the potential of like
The rule of
investing or whatever.
equality.
Like, yeah, come on now. Like you've already had a presidential salary. Like put your money away. Like prepare for this era where you're no longer going to be a president. Why should we keep paying you money for not doing anything anymore?
Well, the one thing that I really despise about that whole thing is that when you go through courts and the court system, it's, you know, you have all this information, you have all this like, you know, stuff that you could use against the opposing side, and ultimately it's up to the judge on how they want to rule it. And, you know, there are people like, for instance, there was the guy, the owner of, I want to say the Dodgers, and he got a divorce from his wife, and the wife wanted, I think, like half or more than half of what he makes, and they were like, dude, you're just the wife, we can only give you what we can give you, and that's it. And she was just like, I'm used to a lifestyle of the way I live. I can't live any other way. And they made a ruling that she would get half. She got her way because of that reasoning alone. And it was just like, what justice is that? Like, you know, when you come into a corner where you're so, you know, you get into like, you know, I was making this money, now I'm not. Everyday people deal with that shit.
But that's
all
the
time.
that's different because that comes to like these laws of spousal support. Like,
Yeah.
I understand they were.
How long were they together?
Yeah, they were used to a certain lifestyle, this, that, or the other. But that's spousal support. Like, we didn't fucking marry Trump. Like, cool, you served 4 years. You know that in 4 years your term was gonna be like over. Like, come on. Like, I don't want to pay. Like, I don't want to pay money for the rest of your
reluctantly got
life.
into a
That's a
relationship
good
with Trump.
amount of money too. But I mean, I don't know. I think maybe my opinion would be different if I felt that he did a lot more for the country in general. But I feel like more than anything, he divided us. So yeah, I don't want to give you any more money.
I see the bad, but I also see the good. Like, honestly, if you think racism had been gone or vanished or wasn't present in the United States, these last 4 years were evidence that is alive and well, first of all. Second, the numbers that people have shown in regards to voting is incredible. The fact that like we're all like participating in the democratic system makes me hopeful. Like if all the things that were 2020 and most of his presidency, it was required to bring us together in such a way, I think that then it was just, you know, growing pains to some degree.
I don't think that deserves
Yeah, no.
$220,000 a year though.
No, but
I think that point. I think your point kind of brings us back to the whole good versus evil type of thing.
Yeah.
Financially,
Star Wars.
it just doesn't seem right at all.
Oh man, we could be here forever. Like, what's wrong with the political system? The fact that we don't directly vote for the president, that still fucks with my head. Like, honestly, that we have, we need electoral votes in order to get the presidency. Why don't we, Melissa, Blanca, Rudy? Well, not Rudy in this case, but
Thank you.
directly vote for the president. No, we need people
Yeah.
who represent us in
I
order
think-
to.
So I think
It's an old system.
It's an archaic system, and I think it's because so that most states that don't have as many people get just about an equal vote on different things. But I don't think it should count for the presidential system. I think most states, if not all, I think it's most states though, their electoral vote goes based off the popular vote, but they all have different amounts of electoral votes just to kind of help them kind of have like an equal standing of sorts for big like bigger
Yeah. So that would be one of the
big
another.
elections. But yeah, I think for the
healthcare-
presidential vote, I think
Yeah.
for the presidential election, we should get rid of the electoral vote or like bypass the electoral vote for the presidential vote and just go off of the popular vote.
That and what else would you change?
It would definitely be like more for the people. I mean, wasn't that the point of voting? Was it's for the people?
Yeah.
You know, by the people. And I mean, when the electoral vote comes in, it seems to kind of almost overshadow the for the people, by the people, what it stands for.
Yeah. No, this
Yeah,
was.
but it's meant to equally represent states for other purposes.
Equal schmequal, all right?
No,
I'm
man,
kidding, I'm
what an
kidding.
But yeah, I
exciting
don't think it
election.
should. I don't think it should stand for the presidential election. I think we should just basically go off the popular vote.
Yeah.
Agreed. Totally agreed. Yeah. That seems more of a equality thing, you know?
Is it that we're getting old? That we're more
I think 4
involved
years
in
ago.
politics, guys?
4 years ago,
More
Trump
serious shit?
won the electoral vote, but he didn't win the popular vote.
He did not
Trump?
win the popular
Yeah.
vote.
4
Won.
years ago, he won the electoral vote, but did not win the popular
Oh,
vote, and
that's
so
correct.
he
Yeah,
won.
that's correct. Yeah.
He won the presidency. So that's why
Yeah.
I firmly believe that
Yeah.
what I said before, that the electoral vote should not count for the presidential vote. It should be the popular vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
And the answer to your comment just right now is just like, yes, I think we are thinking about it because we are getting older and things are just getting way more boring.
You think?
They really
Oh,
are.
man.
It was like there's so many things that we get excited about that was just like we just didn't care when we were teenagers. They're like, I don't care that they got like a new, I don't know, type of
You still
machine or
don't care.
something,
You
know?
don't vote.
I don't. I
My
really
mom
don't.
called me not too long ago before we started recording, and we were talking briefly about the election. and
Exclusive, just about the election?
Yeah, a little
Okay.
bit about the election. We talked about other things, but about when we talked about
Okay.
the election, and it was nice because my mom became. She's Mexican. She's born in Mexico. She became a U.S. Citizen maybe about over 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago. She went through the whole process and whatnot, and she said that how important this vote was for her. Like, I'm pretty sure she voted for the prior elections and whatnot, but she said how important this vote was for her. She said, like she voted for the people that couldn't vote, like my stepdad and other members of the family that weren't allowed to vote, and how important and heavy this weighed on her in order to help like voice their opinions and their
Yeah.
and
I was,
Their
Their
side,
rights,
their
their
rights,
rights,
their
yeah.
side, their
there was something about this election that was different. I think we can all agree in that there was a lot on the line here.
yeah, like
Yeah.
There was a
I
lot.
I can't really like understand, like there's a good amount of Hispanics that are behind Trump, and I just don't really understand it because a lot of like I've said before, Trump would rather see you and your descendants, your family, in cages and back in their countries. Like, he doesn't really care about you guys. Like, he cares about like the corn-fed, like white, blue-eyed, fair-haired American. Like he doesn't care about immigrants.
tell you, man, we needed a war. We needed the apocalypse. You know, I mean, how do you make an omelet? You got to break a few eggs. And come on, man.
I wasn't ready to fight, dude. I'll be honest. I wasn't gonna fight.
But you're ready to run.
But honestly,
ready to
thought that
hide,
if
and
Trump
that's a
won,
good
this
thing.
would probably bring something similar to like a civil war. I don't know. Like
civil
we
war. I
needed
saw a
something like
civil
it.
war
Sometimes
ahead.
sometimes being incognito and
A
kinda
civil
getting
opposition. How
between the
about
lines
that?
is
A
the most
civil
important thing.
opposition.
Civil opposition. I don't know. I was hoping for another World War III. To be honest.
I don't
wanted
want
this
to.
whole
I
thing
don't
to-
want.
Do you
there
have
to
any
be a
survival
war.
skills to claim that, Rudy?
Fuck no.
Can you build a fire out in the wilderness?
He can go for a beer run.
I can go for a very good beer run, and I could
But
choose
haven't
very
you seen
wisely.
the movies?
Yeah. I
We have
guess.
lighters.
But I'm usually
So
high
all
when I
the
see
lighters
those movies.
that we've lost within our lifetime, if I looked in my house, I probably have 20 lighters somewhere in
and
the
with
house.
those lighters, you could probably start a fire.
Yep. I am set.
You still
You could
need
start
to
a fire with a
learn.
magnifying glass.
Well, thank you guys for listening, man. It's been an awesome show. We had a great
We had a good roll.
Discussion.
good
Man.
roll, a lot of
Uh-huh.
great wine, some pizza,
Low.
We're buzzed.
great
I'm
news
buzzed.
with the Biden elect. But yeah, if you
I can't
guys
drive right now.
if you guys have any questions, any comments, you guys want to fact check us, hit us up. Drop a message at 805-232-3347. That number once again is 805-232-3347.
Also translated
Ciao.
into 80523B, as in spelled BEE 47. Awesome.
Yeah, and you can find me on Instagram under Mel_Lopez85. That's MEL_LOPEZ85.
You could find me at Facebook or Instagram under the same name of Rudy, RUDIE Ramirez. And check out my horror wicked watch parties on Facebook. Sometimes I host, sometimes I don't. But it's great movies. And Blanca, what is yours?
Okay, cool. Thank you. And you can find me always and forever at Weenobee on all socials. Thank you very much. Good night. Bye.
Biden.
Weenobee Radio. Weenobee Radio.